there, Arsenal fans. Yes. The hopeful ones. By now you should know that we have been defeated, that we have conceded the Premier League to Manchester United in our own stadium. We could not even perform to deliver a title-winning performance before heading to the Etihad on Wednesday. We do not deserve to be champion due to our recent performances. We have mentally collapsed. We have failed to obtain victory at West Ham United. We have failed to capitulate and obtain a victory even in our own backyard. With results like this, we are not fit to be champion. Therefore, we must forfeit the title to the citizens of Manchester. Hope was the reason that this team failed. Hope was the single word that was used that was going to motivate them to become champions. Hope. Hope, you said right. I have watched Mikel Arteta deliberately threw the title away by refusing to take Bukayo Saka off the pitch. Don't get me wrong. I respect the young lad for carrying us all the way to today's funeral, I would say. But we bought Leandro Trossard for a specific duty. His job was to aid us offensively in the absence of Gabriel Jesus, which he have done. And how did we pay him in recompense? We just let him rot on the bench. Mikel Arteta, this goes on you. You caused me the Premier League. Yes, Saliba is injured, but you are the manager who refused to use Leandro Trossard properly. Today you try to save face by putting Trossard in the game in the 55th minute. You did it because you were desperate. You did not want him out there on the pitch. You put him down because we were losing and he was embarrassed. He did not want to face the critics of the media. You have a lot to learn as a young manager. Just like Julian Nagelsmann from Bayern Munich, you have a lot to learn. I understand you have respect for Pep Guardiola. As of today, I have zero respect for what they do up there in Manchester. I respect their football pride, but I cannot respect someone I compete against. You want to be champion, you have to dethrone the champion, not throwing the title away to them. So Arsenal fans, as we bow out gracefully, there is no grace in this. As we bow out embarrassingly, yes, it's a word in the dictionary. I would like to congratulate the club for a good season, but unfortunately, we will have to settle for second and third place. I understand that there's been a evangelical about title hopes. Let me give you a few words. If the definition of the word hope. Hope is nothing but a recipe for failure. Certainty, confidence of self is what propels you to the top of the league. You don't hear Haaland and Manchester City talking about hope. They go out there and get it done. Simple as that. Hope. Word only used by cowards who cannot get it done. On that note, I will begin this damn podcast. Good evening, football fan. Good evening, entertainment fan. Good evening, wrestling fans out there. Yours and truly, dejected, depleted. For I just witnessed Arsenal handed the title to Manchester City. I just watched 90 minutes with the extension of the referees, 8 minutes each halves. Arsenal had plenty of chances to stay in the title fight, but instead we did what we've been doing over the last 3 games. Mistakes after mistakes after mistakes after mistakes after mistakes after mistakes after mistakes. Not by the players. I cannot put this on the players. You guys are gladiators. You guys give us something to cheer from August all the way to today. I cannot put this on you. That would not be fair. It would not be fair to lash out on my mighty 30-player squad. It would not. It would not be fair. The mistakes that we've made this season at the crescendo of the title race over the last 4 games is solely based on the decisions that Mikel Arteta has made. He's him. He's the manager. Eh? We bought Leandro Trossard in January to do a specific job. In January, he has repeatedly shown us that he has been the one that make us tick. Martinelli became a better player because of Leandro Trossard in the absence of Gabriel Jesus. Bukayo Saka he became a better player with playing up front with Trossard. Don't get me wrong, Gabriel Jesus is top notch, top quality. The ultimate dream to have a player like Gabriel Jesus. But the thing is, he's not a lead striker to win you a league. That's why at Manchester City, Sergio Aguero, remember that guy? To those of you with short memories, Sergio Aguero, Kun Aguero, Sergio is his name. Was the one to lead them to the title charge. Even when Manchester City had Edin Dzeko, who was there? Aguero. When they had Bolatelli, they had Dzeko as a backup. Aguero was always the one leading them as a spear striker. Even when Jesus was at Manchester City, Jesus was playing backup to who? Gabriel Jesus. I understand that Mikel Arteta love him. We all love Gabriel Jesus. I love him. That's my player. Make no mistake about that. I've been saying it over the last 4 weeks and a half. He's not a lead striker. This is not the guy who's going to score 40 goals per season. He's not in the caliber of Erling Haaland. A fine footballer, yes he is. But he's not qualified for such task. Okay? This freak of nature Manchester have right now, bro. Who's about to smash football record in England and Europe altogether. He's already got 48 goals in his name. He needs 2 more to complete the record. which was set by who? I don't know if it was Di Stefano. I don't know who set that record, or Eusebio, somebody. I don't know who did it. But one thing that's for sure is that even Cristiano Ronaldo's record, smashed. Thierry Henry's record, smashed. Sergio Aguero's record, smashed by one man, that demon from Manchester, bro. And to begin my report, I'm gonna start with some pop gossip. As you guys know, that Jonathan Majors, my beloved Jonathan Majors, is preparing to go to court soon for his assault thing. That man, this kid here is going through it, bro. His agent has they pulled off the plug on his contracts. Well, I don't know if they're gonna reinstate them. This dude just finished shooting the show Loki with Tom Hiddleston. That also will be pulled off the Marvel contract thing that he signed. It's a mess. And according to the information I've read on the LA Time page, it says that there are further victims who are willing to come forward to plead their cases against Jonathan Major. Big man, with all the respect, I don't know what you do in your personal life. It's not my place to say. But if more than one victims, we all understood what happened in the Mr. Cosby's case, right? When there is more than one victim, it make it a bit more difficult to beat the case. So I don't know if he's guilty. I don't know if he's innocent. That's between him and God Almighty. But for the original case, for the incident that happened in the Uber, that one, so far they say he's innocent. But we don't know what's going to happen with the other victims who they so allegedly who said that they were victimized by him striking them, physically assaulting them. The jury's still out on that one. But and congratulations to Martin Lawrence for getting his Hollywood Star Walk of Fame. Respect. And to all of you who are around the age of, let's say you are in your 20s, in your late 20s and your early 30s. In the 90s, we all used to watch the Martin Lawrence show, Martin Payne. And somewhere right now in comedy heaven, Tommy, his job today is to clap an innovation for Martin Lawrence. Respect. Finally, Martin got his Walk of Fame. A star in the game. To go back to the Jonathan Majors situation, the taxi incident, they said that the MCU will deduct or may deduct $20 million of this young actor's situation. For instance, he'll be pulled from the Avengers Secret Wars, which is due to be released for 2026, because he was supposed to co-star with Samuel L. Jackson. That now, as of 2 days ago, is off the table. The Kang Dynasty, which was supposed to be his debut after the Ant-Man for the Quantumania strip, will be pulled off. Company Management 360, who are his agents, well, who represent him in Hollywood, they have also removed themselves prior to the trial. Unbelievable. Moving on to contract gossips. This is relating to sports when it comes to the NFL. Jalen Hurts, as if you follow the NFL, Jalen Hurts now is the most paid, the highest paid quarterback in the history of the NFL, surpassing Pat Mahomes for his recent contract signed with the Eagles for $255 million US, even though he did not win the Super Bowl. I would like to say respect to the Philadelphia Eagles. Now that is a club right there that know how to value a player. He failed to win them the Super Bowl, but the owner of the Eagles, I forgot your name, cool dude, Italian dude. He understand the value. I think he might be Italian. I don't know this guy. I think he this guy see something that all club owners should see in a player who deserve a contract. I'm not throwing shots at the Ravens, but this is the example of respecting a franchise footballer. Meanwhile, the Ravens are dragging feet with the Lamar Jackson situation because his mom represented him. Do they have some kind of fear to give all this money away to Lamar Jackson because of his mom? Uh, or should this man, as I said over the last 2 weeks, hire an agent to get that contract done? Because if if your mom keep representing you, the Ravens organization will not give you what you are owed, my guy. Jalen Hurt got paid because his agent helped him get paid. Another example of not mixing your family and your business affairs. Family and business don't mix. It is a good thing to have your family beside you once business is completed, but once you are in the midst of negotiation when it comes to money matters, it is easier to strike the deal if you have someone who's neutral, who's not your blood, somebody with judicial instinct, like law, like a business lawyer, if you will. It's okay to love your family, Lamar, but if you want to get that contract Jalen Hurts just got as a franchise player, dealing with the Baltimore Ravens head office, you will need to have an agent, bro. Your mom will not be able to get this thing done for you. I hope that your matter is resolved. But to again, it is a matter of understanding how the head office work, how the board work. I know you love your mom, and I respect that, bro. But it's not enough to get the contract done, okay? Either this is done within the next month, or before training camp begin, you may have to leave the Baltimore Ravens or just sit on the bench and watch another quarterback take your place for the rest of the season. You and your mom alone cannot get this done, bro. Just to let you know. Now moving on, or should I say, resuming football topics. I have nothing to say. I cannot roast other clubs if in the mood that I'm in right now, bro. I have to be real with you guys. I was preparing to roast Chelsea. I was preparing to roast Manchester United, but out of respect for my damn self, I'm not even gonna say this. Okay? I'm just gonna ignore this nonsense and go straight to uh, the biggest boxing match this year. I'm just gonna get straight to it, which is Javante Davis versus Mikey Garcia. Two young boxers
Everybody know I love Tank, baby Mike Tyson, as I call him. Uh, will be my favorite to win this boxing match tomorrow night, and I'm expecting a knockout before round 10. If you're gonna put your money, if you're gonna put your money on this boxing match tomorrow night, knockout or technical knockout by Gervonta Tank Davis. That's my prediction. Baby Mike Tyson will knock out Mikey Garcia. Mark my word. Now, I have to explain why I'm picking him to win the match. To those of you who are new to watching Gervonta Davis, I would like you to go watch Gervonta Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz. This bout was taking place 3 years ago or 2 years ago, I think, at the AT&T Stadium, Cowboys, Jerry's World. Gervonta Davis have knockout power in both fists. Leo Santa Cruz, prior to that fight, was never put on the canvas until he met Gervonta Davis. Mikey Garcia has been knocked down in several fights. His most recent fight, he was knocked down on his knees. I love you, Mikey. You're a good kid. You are the pride of Mexico. You are the pride of California. Even though you are the student of the apprentice of Oscar de la Hoya, I have to put that aside, bro. This is like I respect you as a boxer because you are a good boxer for real. This guy is actually very good. It's just that you do not have. I have to be real, bro. You do not have the defensive technique to defend yourself against the barrage of punches that will come towards your way tomorrow night. And most importantly, you do not. You have a glass jaw, bro. You will be KO'd before round 10. If this thing go 12 round, all you boxing fans out there, oh Mikey Garcia, including me, an apology. If this thing go the distance, if he goes the distance, all of us need to go on this kid's page. And if he beat Gervonta Davis, which is highly unlikely, but if he doesn't, it will be miracle of the decade in boxing. We are 2 years and a half in this new decade. If this kid beat Gervonta Davis, all of us, including me, owe him an apology. And when it comes to the NFL, I forgot to mention this to all the Bills fans. Congratulations. Remember the guy who collapsed last year on the pitch? I believe his name is Demar Hamlin. Congratulations, young man, for coming back into the league. But I don't know how players do. I don't know the psychological impact on when you're having like cardiac arrest or cardiovascular ailments. I don't know how. I, I advise that they keep him monitored like throughout the whole preseason, even in training camp, because in the world of football, English football that is, we have lost a couple of players uh, with that same issue, cardiovascular. I remember one time we lost Czech Tiote due to a heart failure, as well as the dude that used to play for Manchester City. I forgot your name, my guy. Rest in peace, wherever you are, bro. And football heaven. The guy collapsed on the football field. So I don't wish anything bad on anyone, but I'm just saying that the Bills will need to reconsider with this dude. He's a good guy. He's a good leader defensively, but it's just that like these things, you cannot lie to yourself that you fully recovered from it. So Buffalo Bills again. I'm glad that your player is back, but this will be something that your medical staff will have to keep their eye on throughout training camp and preseason before you actually let them go on the field to compete for real when we begin in September. And to go back to Javante Davis, folks, you guys remember when Floyd Mayweather beat Ricky Hatton and then he beat later on Sugar Shane Mosley to become Money Mayweather at the age of 28, 29 years old. This fight tomorrow night is not just your ordinary boxing match. This is gonna be for all the marbles. This is for who's gonna be the face of boxing in North America. As you all know, we no longer have a heavyweight champion. We don't have a champion from North America who have the belts. Not from the WBO, not from the WBC, not from the IBO nor the IBF. I know some of you clever ones will be like, what about Dmitry Berbatiev? He's from Russia. He just resides in Quebec and Montreal. But what about this and that? They're not from here. They're from Russia. I'm talking about like somebody who's born or raised here all his life or nearly all his life. We don't have one. Mikey Garcia, born in California, raised. Javante Davis, born in Baltimore, raised. So this bout tomorrow night will be for the bragging right of who's going to replace Floyd Mayweather and Deontay Wilder as the face of North American boxing. When Mayweather retired, or when he was about to retire before the Pacquiao announcement fight was made, I remember Mayweather had two younglings. It was Javante Davis and following Adrian Broner. Devin Haney was not Floyd Mayweather's apprentice, even though nowadays he trained with him. Uh, when Mayweather's uncle was alive, he said, I remember he used to say this, uncle used to say this before he passed away. Rest in peace, uncle. He used to say this. He said, either Adrian Broner become the superstar that he was meant to be, or someone from the camp would take over. And his whole fixation was on Gervonta Davis. And man, this kid have lived up to the hype for a decade. Or nearly a decade, I would say. In the beginning of Tank's career, I did not even take him serious. I was like, okay, this kid had a couple of knockouts. It was up until the fight against Leo Santa Cruz, I started to take Gervonta Davis serious. I said, man, this guy have potential to become something special. He's like a little mini Mike Tyson. But there is something I've seen recently in him. Patience. He have developed patience. Gervonta Davis is not as brash and as reckless as he used to be. Now at 28 years old, he's seasoned. The reason I say he's going to knock out Mikey Garcia within 10 rounds is this. Gervonta Davis now has become like, I don't know if he learned this from Floyd Mayweather. His last fight against the kid from Puerto Rico at the Barclays Center, the knockout on that counter punch, the way he just like moved that shoulder, Floyd Mayweather style, and then in that same pivot, swing that right, boom, knockout. Effortlessly, just like, move that shoulder, defense, the Mayweather defensive mode, boom, counter. But tomorrow night, he will knock out Mikey Garcia, not defensively. I think he won him for real. He's gonna headhunt him. To all the Mikey Garcia fans out there, you're not the only one who like this kid. I like him too. The only thing is, there is something called destiny, bro. And tomorrow night is Javante Davis's destiny to become North America's face of boxing. And with that being said, folks, I got nothing more to say, bro. I'm dejected, man. I got nothing more to say. I would like to wish you guys a wonderful weekend with your families. To those of you who practice the faith, Jazak Allah Khair. Peace be upon you all. Eid Mubarak to all of you. Enjoy your meal with your family. Be safe. Be safe. Again, be safe. And to the rest of you guys, I don't know what to say, bro. Arsenal let me down again, like they did last year, by not making it to the top four. And this year is the ultimate bottle job. We have surpassed Tottenham's bottle job and capitulation. It is done. There is no hope of winning the league. Get that out of your system. Save yourself the embarrassment at the Etihad. There will not be any miracles. To those of you who keep preaching this miracle nonsense, I have seen what I had to see. I love my club. Out of respect, I will not say anything negatively to roast them. We must face the reality of this and accept defeat. And to those of you who like to congratulate Manchester City, I will congratulate them because they deserve to be congratulated. The congratulation to become champion. I'm out of words. I'm out of words. I have nothing to say. Good day, folks. And have a good one. Enjoy your weekend.